I feel like making something out of redstone today. Let me just pull up my kit. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Perfect. Hello everyone, Recabilly here, and I'm sure you are wondering what the heck just happened. Well, it's pretty simple. I'm using a similar technique that I used for my magic runes system. Basically, I'm using these dies to decide whether or not, to decide which kind of kit I use. So if I just right click, you'll see that my inventory is filled with all these magic things. And then I can just clear that, and then I can choose another die and get a different kit. Now I got redstone, so the previous one had command blocks, this one has redstone. So yeah, this is a pretty cool creation. Why don't I go ahead and explain in more detail how it works. So basically, it is mainly run by this magic sheep. If we are holding a die in our hand, you will see that the sheep is teleported to our head. And if you'd like, I can explain how to do that. I'll do that at the end, I suppose. And if we right click, you'll see that he changes color briefly, gets set back to white, and teleports away. And now you can notice our inventory is filled with items. So let me just clear that up, and let's make this sheep invisible. There we go. So how is this working? These armor stands right here are basically detecting whether or not the sheep is their specific color. So orange would detect if the sheep is colored orange. So if we go over here, we're holding the orange die, you will see that this gets powered, and my inventory is suddenly filled with predetermined items. I keep typing clear like that. And the way that the predetermined items are used are basically these chests. You can see I have all the items I want inside this chest. So this orange one is actually command block stuff. So if I pull out an orange one and I go over here, let's say I want to do some command work, I just right click. We'll need a clock for this, so let's go ahead and place down our clock, and we can pull this redstone out. We'll place down another block here, and we'll do say slash execute. No. We'll just do say hi at P. And it says, hi Recabilly. Pretty cool, huh? So this is basically a kit. We have predetermined kits that we can just place inside the chest that we want. I have this redstone one over here. So let's say we want to do something in purple. What should we do in purple? Okay, we want trees and wood and leaves. Let's just get a few leaves. We'll grab some logs too. Here, let's start putting all this in there. Okay. We'll get some planks too. I don't think we grabbed all the logs, but this is just a demonstration. Alright, so this is all inside purple. Probably should be in green, but whatever. Purple. So now we go into the materials tab. We choose the purple dye, and the sheep is actually teleported to us, but well, we can't see that. All we have to do is right click, and suddenly I'm getting wood inside my test world that I've been playing in forever. You can see that my inventory is suddenly filled with all of the items that we have determined inside the chest. So this is a pretty cool little thing here, and I'm pretty excited. As you can see, it's even placed in order. So the top row will be everything inside your main slots. The second row will be the top slot here. The third row will be the second slot here. Unfortunately, there is not enough room for the 4th slot, but that is fine. I don't think you will really need to organize that many items. But yeah, pretty cool little stuff here. Let me go ahead and go into detail now. So, first of all, we have the sheep teleporting to our head. And the way that it is working is basically we are teleporting the sheep at our feet, and then if the sheep is in our feet, so / execute at P, detect if the sheep is in a radius of 0, we teleport the sheep up by 1 block. Suddenly the sheep is right here in our head slot, and it will stay there as long as we have a constant clock. So that is how that is working. These are also testing if the sheep named Magic Sheep has a score of power, and basically the scores are determined by the color of the sheep. So let's say we give the sheep the color orange, then that score for the sheep will become 1. And then if the score is 1, it gets set back to 0 after it powers all of this redstone. So it's pretty cool. This is basically executing at the sheep, or I'm sorry, at the armor stand whose name is orange. It clones the block up 4 blocks above them, so this one right here, to 0, 0. Now this requires you to have your test world, or whatever world you're building in, to have 0, 0 be the spawn point of the world. This can be in the spawn point of the world, and it has to be loaded. Okay, so this chest gets placed inside 0, 0, and then we execute from the sheep named Magic Sheep, and then we execute from the player who is closest to that sheep, and then we clone the block that is at 0, 0 at the player's feet. So the armor stand clones this block to 0, 0. Then the player clones the block at 0, 0 to their feet. After that, we are executing at the sheep, and then we're clearing the inventory of at P. So where does the chest break, you might ask? Well, it breaks right here. Execute at A, detect at the player's feet. If there is a chest with the data set to 2, because that is the direction that these chests are facing. If you rotate this whole thing, you're gonna have to play with the redstone and the chest, but yeah, don't do that. If you do want to, you'll need to be a little bit more advanced, but yeah, so then it sets the block at the player's feet to air, and it destroys that block, meaning everything inside it is going to fall or break out. And it does the same thing for trap chests too. So that is basically it. Now we can decide whatever we want in here. We can do anything at all, and it's pretty exciting. I know that this isn't a very unique creation, only because I've made a creation about magic runes using this exact system. I only removed all the commands and added some new ones, but it's still a pretty cool little trick. And oh yes, right here. I guess this isn't necessary, is it? But that is all that I have for you today, so if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, make sure you guys subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. If you want to download this, the download will be in the description. See you next time. Bye!